Yo people, what's up? Welcome to, well, I don't know what I should call this. It's Watch Dogs, but not quite just that. Well, basically, I recorded another Watch Dogs episode, and my recording software decided to fuck it up, and basically the sound is missing, and most of the commentary as well. So I decided to kind of post commentary do this and also kind of combine it with like sort of an update or what is going on right now with the channel, with what I'm doing right now. So yeah, basically this is like we're catching or we're starting off by this mission we're doing right now, which is kind of the Sons of Ragnarok mission that we need to disrupt to fuck with Lenny's shit, basically. And it's basically a very easy destroy 3 things mission, nothing too complicated. But yeah, the thing is, with Watch Dogs, I've seen it myself. With most of these open world type games that I play, I tend to get sidetracked a lot. I tend to, well, basically spend too much time on like minor stuff, and then I can't bring myself to cut it out, which makes these episodes super long and basically, yeah, makes the playthrough extremely long-lived. That's why we're on like what 76 episodes right now, and we could have probably been done in 30 if I cut it down to the most necessary parts. So I guess that's what I need to do for the next kind of open world game that I play. And there's gonna be a few of those out, or are already out, that I want to look at. Generally, I just wanted to talk about that as well, the games that I want to play like in the future. And one of these is gonna be kinda like Watch Dogs, from, I guess, kind of like Watch Dogs. Well, maybe not quite. It's the new Far Cry, right? So I did play through on Far Cry 4, or I started it, and that was the problem. That's why I want to finish Watch Dogs, actually. Because I started Far Cry 4 and basically abandoned it like at the last quarter because it dragged on for too long and I wasn't really motivated back then. And then I just finished it off camera, and yeah. So I don't want to do that, but I want to speed it up a bit so I get it finished up. So yeah, Far Cry 4 is on the table, of course. No, Far Cry 5 it would be, obviously. Another thing that is coming out, of course, is the new Shadow of Mordor, or whatever it's called. Which, the first one I enjoyed extremely. The Nemesis system is awesome, and they improved it even more. So, another game that I want to play is doesn't really fit into the open world genre that well. It's the new Wolfenstein. Maybe you've seen it. I looked at a gameplay trailer together with some of the guys of the Infinite Ammo Syndicate, and that was an amazing trailer. So that's something I'm looking forward to play as well. So yeah, in the meantime, we're talking to Lenny. He, she, I still don't fucking know. I think even the characters in the game don't kinda know. But yeah. So the thing is with these missions, there's at this point in the game, there's like only main missions left. So that's like I'm really at the last quarter of the game, or no, not even, maybe in the last 10% of the game, and before that, I just got sidetracked all over the place. I mean, you saw it. Like, there's a skill point, there's a little collectible, and I should do these off camera, really, unless I do like a full walkthrough. And I'm not like thorough enough to do that, so I should just not do it on camera. These kind of stupid little sidetrack things, unless they're funny. But yeah, so now we're just trying to break into a bunker, trying to take it over, basically. The thing is, Watch Dogs 2, for up to now, I have to say, it's a fun game. I really enjoyed playing it. There's a lot of things they did better than Watch Dogs 1. There's still some things that are kind of weird. Sometimes the storytelling is a bit off. Sometimes it doesn't really feel that good. The story doesn't feel told well at some points. But just in general, they did most of the things better. There's more interesting hacking gadgets, the mini games you have to play. These, like, one is actually coming up right here, is what I don't even know how to call this type of mini game. Like the small puzzle, which you have to change up these intersections to connect stuff. They did that very well in this game. Didn't take you that much out of the world or out of the game world, so they did it really good so far. Yeah, another thing I wanted to talk about, maybe you've seen it, I actually reached 10,000 channel views like last week, and that's just fucking amazing. I cannot put it in any other way, because the thing is, technically speaking, 10,000 channel views, of course, makes you eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. They changed that this year, actually, that you can only put ads on your videos if you have 10,000 views or more, channel-wide views. That's not really a big concern, because even if I put ads on videos, I mean, I might just do it just because, why not? But I don't expect, like, to, I don't know, get all the YouTube monies, you know. That's just a stupid expectation. But for me, it was just an interesting milestone. It was very, very cool to see that I actually can produce content that people want to see, at least most of the time. And yeah, it was really awesome to see how far I've got in the time that I've been on YouTube. And also, in this while I'm talking about this, I would like to thank you, all the people who are watching this right now, who have been watching all my other videos, who have been commenting, liking, thumbs up, thumbs down. Everybody who has interacted with me, and it has been great pleasure so far. I have to say, it has been tremendously fun, and it motivates me to do more stuff, you know? So thank you, everybody, for giving me this little milestone. So next milestone will probably be like 100 subscribers or something. I'll have to see. Also, I have to see if I do something special for that. I have no idea what I would do. I mean, none. So yeah, in the background you see we're actually awaiting like the final part of, or the final story arc, which is basically hacking the world. That's what the mission is called. And we're of course gonna do this by satellite, as you can see. So that was actually, that's the part I'm most sad about, that it's not really in, that it didn't record right, because the mission that is following after this sequence is kind of an infiltration mission into the Galilei rocket base. Well, it's not a rocket base per se, it's like a museum front and then a manufacturing plant in the back or something. And I've aced that infiltration. Spot on. Seriously, I didn't get spotted, I got through so smoothly. It's one of the only few infiltration missions that haven't gone awry, so I was really proud of that. And then after I wanted to edit the video, I was very disappointed actually. Oh man, that's the thing. I had a few problems lately with the Elgato recording software. I'm not sure if it's the software alone or if there's any hardware problems. I really don't know. And at the moment I cannot really get anything else. I'm a bit bound for resources, so to speak. I would like to get like a new camera for Facecam. I would probably, if I could, get like a new camera for my VR recordings, because that's a different one and it's a bit how should I say, delicate. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, that's a thing. But who knows, maybe over the next year I'll be able to afford myself some new gear to maybe produce even better content, hopefully. So yeah, as you can see right now, we're going through this like rocket base here, and that was a really cool move with the crate. I'm pretty sure it was meant to be done this way, but of course there's the way like on the floor with all the guards, but you would be crazy to do that, right? I mean, we didn't get past a single guard this way. So that's pretty cool. As I said, I aced that infiltration mission, and sadly enough, it didn't really turn out to be a good video. Well, at least I hope I can make this somewhat entertaining. But yeah, as I said, the game as itself was super entertaining so far, Watch Dogs. And there was a lot of references in this game as well. Although I have to be fair, references in these kind of games are hit and miss, obviously. Because just as well, in this video that I recorded here, sadly it's also not really in the recording here because it doesn't make any sense without sound. There was like a 5-minute discussion between Marcus and Wrench about Alien versus Predator and who would win, and that's just amazing. Of course, the thing is, if you don't know these movies, which for me that would be weird. I couldn't think of people who wouldn't know these movies, but hey, I'm from a different generation, so not everybody knows Alien vs Predator. So that's kind of the thing with references. They're not like timeless references, you know? So I would just imagine like maybe a 14-year-old or a 16-year-old playing this game, listening to that conversation would be totally lost, I think, if he doesn't know these movies, right? And the game has dropped a shit ton of references to old fucking movies, games, sometimes memes, which of course I guess the newer generation would be more familiar with, but still. For me it was super enjoyable because I think I got most of the references. Not all, but most. So, yeah. That's the thing with Watch Dogs 1 was way too serious, but on the other hand this game was almost not serious enough at points, where it just was spotting one-liners, you know, and just doing stupid meme stuff. It was fun, but yeah, it kind of ruins the seriousness of the story, so to speak, at every once in a while at least. Still, there's some very, like, on the other hand, some very dark moments, you know, when Horatio dies all of a sudden. It's like, oh, what the fuck? You get like blasted back to reality in a second. But yeah, overall, really enjoying this game. And there's still some more after this episode here. I guess there's like one more episode one more mission I have to do after the sequence that is following now, which is the hacking of the world, the actual hacking of the world, which is also kind of a reference to a movie if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, again, as I said, sometimes these references are really all over the place. Alright, so we're coming to the last part of this little update video. So, at the moment, until Watch Dogs is finished and until the other games that I want to play come out, there's still gonna be like Space Engineers is gonna be obviously a thing that I'm gonna continue playing. Jagged Alliance, because I've seen people love this game, and I do too. What I want to do with Jagged Alliance, of course, is maybe I'll play some other mods. Maybe I'll play another playthrough with a different difficulty, with different strategies. I'm pretty sure we'll keep playing Jagged Alliance for a long time, actually, because it's really cool, and you guys seem to like it. Other than that, I mean, VR Sundays, of course, always gonna be a thing. That's something I want to keep on as long as it's possible. And I'm also looking forward to like the Fallout 4 and Skyrim VR. I mean, that's the big things I would like to take a look at if I can. I mean, other than that, I'll just have to see from week to week what kind of VR games are coming out. I'm not keeping that much tabs on different developers and what they're putting out in the VR. Because at the moment, as I said, it's a lot of smaller games, and there's gems, hidden gems in there, and sometimes there's just misses. Luckily enough, I've only had like 1 or 2 misses so far, because I tend to check the reviews first. And I have to say, the Steam reviews, at least for the VR games, most of the time are very, very informative. Give you about an indication if that is a worthwhile game or not. And I said it myself, you know, most of the games, even if I had tons of fun with them, I wouldn't play again. I mean, the one that I played last week, Gordon, that's one of the exceptions. I probably will play today or tomorrow a bit more of Gordon. Might even record it. And also, when we talk about VR and recording, what I'm planning to do for this month, for October, because Halloween and stuff, right? I think I will continue the Don't Knock Twice VR series, because I want to finish that game, even though I'm almost crapping my pants while playing it, because that game is really fucking scary. So yeah, that will be a thing. Maybe some other horror-themed games during October. I'm not quite sure yet. We'll see how we're going to do that. And yeah, in the background you see we're fucking up things for Bloom all over the world now. Just basically gaining access to the different facilities all over the world to get us access to the main one in Delaware, where we are going right now. The thing is with the story, well, you just noticed I'm rambling on right now. But as I said, I wanted to show you a bit of the gameplay at least from the last missions before I go into the normal episodes again, which will hopefully record normally. I just wanted to tell you a bit more about the missions here. And the thing is, this mission was kind of cool, seeing all these different like Bloom facilities, and especially this one that was massive. But it felt kind of weird because there was this thing you see in the background right now, this kind of huge puzzle. Like every one of these server towers had like one of those on itself. And the thing is, they were just basically time consuming. They were not difficult. Some of them would even be so easy that you could just activate them and without turning them first, like here. And basically it's just like a big break to make it a bit more dramatical, I guess. You know, to slow the game a bit more down before the big moment. When you hack all their servers and get all their data. But still, it felt kind of weird. Game artificially trying to slow down the pace, so to speak. I don't know. And I'm still thinking there will be some final, like, kerfuffle with Dushan. I mean, there must be, right? He's like the main villain of this game. There's like no way we're letting him live, right? And that's also a thing. If you compare it with all the Watch Dogs, Aiden Pierce was reckless and merciless. If somebody got in his way, he killed him, basically. He went after him and killed him. And the thing is, this is kind of a change here, because even though you're like a hacker group, a vigilante group, it almost feels like you're still kids. You're not really dangerous. Well, you're dangerous to them, but you wouldn't like go and kill them. Nobody of these guys is like a killer. Maybe, well, Wrench is maybe a bit crazy, but still. I mean, the most craziest, the most likely to kill anybody in this group is probably Ray Kenny, right? So yeah, that's one of the biggest differences from like vigilante badass to, well, bunch of hacking kids. And Dushan would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for these meddling kids. Well, at least something like that, I imagine. So yeah, this is like the last little sequence here. The thing is, I almost think there should be more side missions from this point on, because there's like a weird little sequence here at the end where Sitara is talking to Ray and basically is telling him, hey, don't use Marcus as a weapon. So there's like kind of an in-group tension growing, which is kind of weird, which would suggest that there is a whole other arc that is going to open up here, but it feels like the game is almost finished, so I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Hopefully the recording will work next time. But yeah, so I was rambling on for like 20 minutes now, and the video is basically over. So what you're doing here, go away, do something productive right now. But no, thank you for watching, and thank you for listening to my senseless rambling. And yeah, I'll see you next time on a different video. Yay, that's egg.